Yep.
We're on part 2 of Could It Happen Here? And if not Jefferson, then what? Now, I want to start this segment off because everything you talked about in the last segment was marvelous about what happens federally, what could actually happen. I want to bring that down to the local level. And you brought up such a great point about how that was the first basic line of defense to secure our liberty was the township. And I think that was such a great thing. I want to bring it back down to local. And then once we get into that a little bit, I want to talk a little bit about the moral majority, because one of the things we did talk about, and you've talked about this 100 times, Mark, and that is if we could get the Christian right to vote, we could have eliminated or at least stopped or at least had a decent fight against some of these things. But let's start off with local. With you two guys.
Let me frame this for Erik so that because I think this will help him kind of go with this.
Okay.
When de Tocqueville said that, he said the township protects our liberty. Who is he protecting it from? I mean, obviously not the people that lived in the township, although that's an important aspect of that behavior for, say, a district attorney or any law enforcement official within the county. Mm-hmm. He was talking about protecting liberty from the next biggest fish on the block, and that would have been the colony or the state or the federal government or whatever. And that's where local law enforcement, local law upholders, local officials come in. It's the interposition of lesser magistrates between us and the next biggest fish who would steal our liberty.
And in that case, like you said, you're right, it was the state. Because the state the states are the ones who created the federal government. So you're right, that's exactly where we're going. What do you think, buddy?